Allow him to ask his question, y'all,
Yeah, the
please.
question was about the court because Drop and basically for the haters was downstairs saying that Little Touch didn't have any representation or the people that support her were not
Do
allowed
I
in the
have a
panel,
voice in
and they
the?
wanted to
Do I
know.
have a voice? I just want to
Hold
know.
on. Please allow me to
Bella,
speak to
I'm
the
I'm
judge.
talking to Bella.
Please allow
I'm
me.
talking
Okay,
to
you
the
can speak to
judge.
her after me
I'm
though. Not in the
talking
Miss
to the
LT,
sense of
Miss
hold
judge.
on now.
LT,
This ain't
Miss
SOE.
LT,
You better
he was
slow your
making the
roll,
point.
sister.
He was making a very good point that you didn't
Yes,
have any
the
support
question
up
was
here. So
for
allow
the
him to
court. This is
finish,
accountability
please.
court. So basically, Bella, it seems like the people downstairs were saying that it was biased in the sense that it was mostly people that did not support LT in the panel. So I wanted to ask you about that or see if you had a chance to address that.
Okay, so real quick, for those who are here requesting up, they're being brought into the panel. So there's no, okay, this one is favoring that one. If it's people that is requesting up that is speaking directly to the situation because they was simply there, hence they were on the cruise, or they seen what transpired on the lives, I'm allowing everyone to come up. So respectfully.
Long time, Bella. You took a long time now. Come on now.
For a long time. Hell, I done forgot some of the shit I
He
want to come
finally
up here and
got
speak
up.
on.
Let's
So
push because
hold
I
on.
was
So
gonna
we're
Bella,
ask
trying
too,
to
I
but
get
we
was
up here
I
everybody
was
now.
question.
hollering because there were lies told on Duffy, and I did not like it. And yes, I did knock on Glam door because I wanted to talk to her about the lies that were told about Duffy. And I still never got a chance to talk to Duffy or Glam about the lies that were told to me about him. So please, I don't want to bring that up, but if I need to, I will.
It's okay, LT. I was next. Hippie, are you finished?
To ask that question because they were tagging me downstairs, including Drop, and I
Thank
wanted
you.
them to be able to address it before the panel went crazy. Thank you, Bella, for allowing me to ask that.
Thank you, Hippie. Um,
You're welcome.
my
Thank
my.
you, Nikki, for the gifts.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Bella. Hi,
Okay,
Blaze.
drop
Hi,
in.
hi,
Thank you, Nikki.
panel. I had a couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, I've never been in court where people were silenced to only answer yes or no to a question. People have always had the opportunity to express how they felt about whatever the situation is. They were have never been limited to a yes or no. Let me make that note. Second thing is, how can a woman having a man kissing on her, having somebody watching her drink, and I don't know how many of y'all been on cruises, but we run down the thing, yell at our kids down the hall. A lot be going on. I mean, I guess y'all have not seen the image of all of the black people on that Carnival cruise that's going around and made its way through TikTok. It be going down on a cruise. So a cruise, if you have a problem with noise on a cruise, stay at your black ass home because there's 5,000 niggas on there doing what they do. It is not no nursing home where everybody is quiet. It's not ICU. People doing whatever they doing. We might be dancing down the hall. There's a lot of stuff going on. People bring their music boxes there. So you can guarantee with children and a lot of black people that it's a lot of noise. So I do not understand how a woman doing whatever she chooses to do on a cruise is an embarrassment to somebody else. Lastly, I'm gonna say this: what it looks like that have been being done and is consistent with the behavior of FOE is they watch every fucking thing you do so that they can antagonize and judge you about how you're moving. Because this sounds exactly how they was taking pictures of the woman who had her bags by the front door and they counting how many plates the woman set up to bring out. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the same thing. Y'all are watching how the fuck you noticing you supposed to be in your nigga face, smiling in his face or trying to
Clock
find you a
in.
nigga face to smile in, but you're watching who this lady leaving her drink
Clock
with. That's some shit
in.
I'll never see. I would never notice that. They have handlers on this woman. They watch everything this woman do to nitpick.
Clock in, Drop.
Unfortunately, the
Bella,
bailiff.
thank you for allowing me up.
Wait, Drop. Wait a
See,
minute. Wait, wait,
they
man.
don't like the truth. That's why they paid to drop you,
Oh.
Drop. They don't like the truth.
Sorry, Rob, but the bailiffs did have to come and get you.
Yeah,
They
and
don't like
then
the truth.
I just want
That's
to
why.
add
And I'm
to
gonna finish
respond.
what Drop was going in. How would y'all be? How was y'all having fun by watching LT so goddamn much? Everybody know what LT did, but ain't nobody else said about it. All y'all did. Somebody said they seen the millions coming out of other folks' rooms yesterday. nobody said that. How in the fuck almost 100 people done went on this cruise, but ain't nobody's did
Wait,
nothing
Brenda,
else
what
for
you saying? Take a
LT.
step back. You just said something interesting.
Cousin, clock the fucking cousin.
Wait,
Like,
Brenda,
make
hold
that make
on.
sense, Bella.
Who was coming out of another room? I don't know, but I do
Oh,
want
that's
to.
what the people were saying in the comments yesterday.
Yeah, but I do want to respond to you and drop just one time first. Specifically in this case, we are talking about LT and
It
FOE.
doesn't
If
matter,
it,
hippie. It doesn't
please,
matter.
please allow me to finish,
How
Brenda. I'm
in
not
the
being rude to
world
you. I'm
almost
not.
100
Please allow me to
people
finish, and then you
went
can
on the
go. Okay.
cruise? Ain't nobody
On the
did
Please
shit
allow
for
me
cruise.
to finish, and then you
LT.
can
Liz was
go.
not on the
This
cruise
this
at
is the
all.
point.
Liz was
This is the
not
point.
attending that
If you were
cruise.
to if you were to be on the cruise and it's some random lady, that's one thing. But this person came with your group. I'm sure it was a group rate. I'm sure them people knew that it was a group there. So they are, in my opinion, they are responsible for the people in the group, and they're trying to be responsible because it is a business. So it goes outside of this just some random lady on the cruise having fun. So I do think that they should have been looking out for her and everybody else in that group as they did.
Hippie, still.
Looking out
How
for
is it
somebody
almost
and
100 people and majority of the motherfuckers still speaking
Danger.
on what
That
this
was
lady
an
done supposed to do?
accusation. That was a false said thing. I was not in danger. If so, they should have
They
showed
just had to
proof.
come in.
They should have pulled the men that said that to Duffy. Duffy should have pulled it and made it known to me who those men were. And it wasn't.
but
And
little
it
touch.
wasn't. They
Little
did
touch.
not show proof of those men that were gonna violate me at all. There was only one man that was shown. And the man that danced with me, he was not a part of that equation because he talked to Duffy and they both talked about their careers, their businesses, and everything. He made it clear. He went to Nitra with me and talked to Nitra and told Nitra he was not a part of that possible assault on me. So at this point in time, I don't believe that there were no men about to run no train. And they wasn't going to run a train on me anyway. Because I know karate and I know how to fight and I know self-defense. I know how to defend
Gonna beat
myself.
your
And I
ass.
wasn't going out of no club. Shut
Little
the fuck
touch.
up. Get her out of here, Blade. Because
No,
she's
when
a
I can talk.
messy ass
Right,
old
me
woman.
too,
She
Bella.
came on my
Let me
Bell
platform and
Bell,
talked
speak.
very
she up here
nasty and
lying.
ugly to me. Miss Evelyn, get the fuck out of here.
Can't
Cause you
even
ain't
get your
nothing to
darn
me. You're
self.
nothing
Hey
to
Bella,
me
can
but
I
a
say something
crazy
while I
ass
got a chance
woman.
real
All
fast?
I'm gonna say is I'm older.
So one moment, Miss Lil
Hey,
Touch, because again, I don't want my boxes revoked. I understand you're passionate about the situation because you're directly involved, but I do not want my boxes revoked. I need you to take a deep breath. Please calm down. Let's regroup. I do not want to have to put the chat back on sub only, so we can do the free part out loud. Just continue to run up the likes. Thank you for helping with the live goal. There's a lot of people watching. Please grab a daily heart me. It is all appreciated. We're here every Sunday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Accountability Court. Siobhan?
again, hello.
Hold on, Siobhan, real quick. Miss
She just
Evelyn
told me
gonna
to
be
go boozy.
a trigger for Little Touch because she stated that the name reminds her of a family member that used to be mean to her.
Girl, but she talk
So
about
you
it every
gonna
day, all
keep
day.
getting these
Come on
reactions
now.
Please, Poozy, this lady up
when her
here
triggers
starting
keep
all this
coming.
Can I go
mess,
ahead and say something
and
real
she
fast?
always up here lying. Justice for FOE.
Okay, so Siobhan?
So I wanted to. Little Touch keeps bringing up when the man.
Ooh, she about to make me go off that woman. Please
So just
delete her,
try to be
not you,
patient. Try
Javon.
to be patient, Lil Touch.
Oh,
Try to be patient. Siobhan?
okay. So Little Touch, I keep hearing you talk about when you and the man walked up to Miss Nitra and us in the casino, and you said he came to clear you in his name. I want to be clear about a few things. He did admit that there were 4 men. Okay. He said 3 of them was with him. However, he did hear the 4th man say that he was going to fuck you. Right? We're going to be clear about some things. So when you keep saying that's not true,
He said he was not a part of that conversation. That's what
I
he
just
said.
said that, Little Touch. Those are my words. I just said that. But you can't say what somebody wasn't going to do that said they were going to do it. The whole point
make it.
is
They wasn't gonna do it because I wasn't gonna go with them. Why y'all can't understand that?
that's
I am
not
a
the
woman,
point.
yeah. I am an older woman second, but I'm not vulnerable like that. I'm not going with no man to run no train. If that be the case, I would have gave it up to him, and I would have given it up to him.
So Miss Lil
He
Touch,
walked.
okay, so I think this is what you're not hearing. So Miss Lil Touch, what they're simply saying to you is you're saying that you don't believe any of that was ever a thing, that they ever said it. But what Siobhan is saying is that the guy you danced with, and one moment, because again, I'm asking you to respect my panel. I don't want my boxes revoked. So Lil Touch, Siobhan is saying that the guy you were dancing with confirmed that he heard one of the guys saying it. Okay, he said he wasn't involved, he wasn't going to participate, but he heard a guy say it. Is what Siobhan is saying. So you're saying that there was not going to be anything going on, or nobody ever said they were going to do anything. Siobhan is saying otherwise. The man you danced with confirmed he heard the guy say what he was going to do.
yes. And the second thing was, I'm not sure where they came from. That you, Lil Touch, I'm talking. Hold on, because I'm gonna go ahead and drop you guys. One more thing, whatever. I'm not saying that you said anything. LT, can you mute up for a minute, because
This really hurt, Javon. I would never give my body up to no.
Oh my God.
So, Miss Lil Touch, we're going to allow you to speak, but I'm not sure if you're unfamiliar with court. We need to allow the jurors to deliberate what's going on. We heard what you had to say, but we need to allow people that was not only there as character witnesses, we need to have other people heard. So just please be patient. We want to hear from you, but we need to hear from everybody else that was involved, okay?
And another thing, I was not there about the phone, but when it comes to the scam that you're mentioning, and whoever's mentioning, saying that Miss Lynn could have took that money, let me tell you, honey, that she doesn't need it at all. So there would be any reason. I don't even think she even really visits your room, to be honest. So we're gonna all put a stop to that. She does not need your money, and she would have not scammed you. And if it was something that you needed, she would have gave it to you. So I do want to put a stop to that, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop. See you later, Bella.
Can I go really quickly, Bella? I am not a fan of FOE, but wrong is wrong and right is right. Unfortunately, in this situation, FOE is right, and they provided all proof of documentation of this old woman's lies. She should now be banned from all TikTok events and transported to a psychiatric hospital immediately. She is crazy as hell, and she is a liar. And you need to wipe your mouth the next time you get on this live, telling all the goddamn lies.
Why you letting this woman harass me like this?
Shut the hell up, ho.
Are you serious?
You been curious.
You the one sound like you got a problem, need to go to psychiatric ward. Okay. Can I talk now, please, in my defense?
Can I talk? I've been up here for a minute.
Yeah, so it is quite a few people who's been waiting to speak. I mind, and then Miss Passion, you may speak. And thank y'all for y'all patience again.
Yeah. So, Lil Touch, I don't agree on how you was treated even after the fact. But I do have one question. Why do you feel like Duffy and Glam was supposed to protect you when before the trip they already had said they was washing their hands with you? So why did you believe that they were going to protect you?
Besides how you might feel about me, if some man come to, I know you're not a man, okay? This is hypothetically. If a dude come to another dude and say, "Hey man, I want to smash that woman," or "I want to run a train on her," you're not gonna say nothing. You're not gonna do anything. That's all I gotta say.
With you as a person, I'm not gonna be there caping for you.
It doesn't matter. There's an ethic there.
It does matter.
There's a moral there. There's an ethic there. That man walked up to Duffy and said he want to do some harm to a woman that you know that you are part of a group of, and you're not gonna do nothing.
No, because I don't fuck with you. It ain't my business.
If that's how you felt, then you shouldn't have said nothing to nobody. You shouldn't have said nothing to Nitra. You should have just let it go.
Well,
if
he
you're
did the
not
right
gonna,
thing by
if
saying
you,
something.
no, he's not supposed to do nothing. Let you
He
tell
wasn't
it. He's not
obligated
supposed to do
though.
anything.
LT, he wasn't
I answered your
obligated.
question respectfully. Next, the next person. I answered your question.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I got some points I want to make. Okay, we're going with the phone. The first thing, the person put the phone down. They didn't have nothing to do with Little Touch, so that person was a little off. Left the drink for someone to watch. I may leave my drink and say, "Watch the drink." I may do that. Anybody may do that. Now, let's go to licking on the neck. That's her body. And if it was just a kiss on the neck, then maybe she was fine with that. Didn't have nothing to do with nobody. T Money calling the security. T Money got the ice box. So that's self-explanatory. Screaming down the hallway. People are on their partying. It's noisy. Got nothing to do with Lil Touch. As she screamed down the hallway, everybody else was screaming down the hallway. Restraining order? Why would you get a restraining order on somebody that is not that close to you? Make no sense. Embarrassed FOE. If I go on that cruise and I'm doing things, I'm sure other people are doing things. Embarrassing is when you're doing out of the norm thing. We don't know what we're going to do. People do many different things. So I'm standing with Little Touch, a woman of certain age, and you got to bring a little bit more for me. That's what I got, Bill.
Okay. Jaw dropper, and then for the haters.
Hi, Isabella. I came here to be a juror. I'm still listening still.
Okay, thank you for coming up, jaw dropper. And jaw dropper, when you're ready, let me know. I will make that announcement, okay? For the haters, thank you for coming back.
Absolutely. Thank you for allowing me to come up. I came up to be a juror, but I need a question. Where is this lady's court appointed attorney? Because this is too much. You know, she's making herself look guilty. And I'm not saying she's guilty, but by her responses, it's some questions that she needs to have answered, but she needs to have someone who can come up
For
here
the
and
hater, for
yes,
the
love.
hater, I'm hurt. I'm hurt that I got removed from the FOE and I did nothing wrong. All I did, if y'all see the video or the caption of me dancing, I was just having fun. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I wasn't trying to do nothing to anyone. When I was running off and trying to reach out to Duffy, I had knocked on the door. They didn't answer, and I saw Javon open up the door, and I was just trying to get somebody to hear me out, because somebody came to me with some heavy shit and said to me, and I knew it was a lie. There was no way in hell that Duffy would sit there and let that go. I'm sorry, I didn't believe that. And also, too, y'all can call me a liar. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. I know that I did never one time talk to the security guard except when we was in the club about that phone. That lady was raising hell about the phone, and I had already gave her her phone. And they pulled her out of the club and asked her for her driver's license, her identification. And they came back in and asked me, was I okay? Because she was cussing at the top of her lungs, and the lady that was sitting on the right side of her was trying to calm her down, and the couple that was sitting with right beside me